switch inside the elevator for it to go to either floor. So these switches over here act as the elevator switch to go to in between each floor. What you just saw when it went back down, that was our safety mechanism. We had to have a safety mechanism in place for if there was a long enough period of time, which we chose as 10 seconds, that none of the buttons were being pressed, that the elevator goes back down to floor 1. The hardest part about this is it's hard, like for me, it's hard for me to have a end product in mind, so it was kind of build as you go. We built the elevator with one motor and realized, hey, we only need one motor. And then we started adding buttons to the side, and we were like, what are we going to do with these buttons? I guess we can press them and make them do something. So the hardest part is writing the pseudocode when you don't know really what you want. You have a goal in mind of, hey, I have these constraints, but I don't know what I want to use with these constraints. Over here, you can't see very well, but at each floor, one of the other constraints was that each floor needed to have a light, or there needed to be 3 lights. And when I'm on floor 3, there needs to be one LED light that goes off. When I'm floor 2, it's a different LED, and when I'm floor 1, it's a different LED. So as you can see, we kind of put it as a stoplight. The bottom floor is red, the top floor is green, and the middle floor is yellow, and we didn't adjust it compared to speeds.
So is the motor only going off the light from the sonar? In other words, I keep the motor going until I reach a certain sonar value?
Right.
Not
so yes,
a certain, I travel a certain distance?
no, it is a distance. It's a sonar if the object is, so at the very bottom, if the object is, we put it in millimeters just to keep it as precise as possible. So right now, the sonar is reading 41.
Okay.
Whenever I press the button, of course it's not going to move anywhere. Whenever I press the button to go to level 2, once sonar reads 100, the motor stops. And after the motor stops, 2 of the LEDs turn off and 1 of the LEDs turns on, depending on what floor you're at.
Cool.
The building part wasn't really the problem. The building part was definitely the simplest part. Problems we ran into was the speed of the motor, and also there's a little bit of a glitch in it. If I keep pressing this bottom motor, it just keeps going. Oh, I better click stop. Ooh. Okay, so it just keeps going. So now I'd actually have to manually pull it back down and make the motor turn the other way for the program to start working again. So that's we couldn't really figure out how to fix that, which is definitely a problem if you're carrying people and and the elevator goes